Welcome to PJ Live with your hosts, Laurie and Andrea. PJ Live is a fun, fast-paced weekly recap of PromoJournal's content. Tune in for highlights from all of the articles, blogs, vlogs, and podcasts from the week. Then grab your favorite snack or beverage and peruse PromoJournal.com for the content that interests you. But first, here's Laurie and Andrea.
Welcome to PJ Live, a weekly recap of PromoJournal's content. I'm Laurie.
I'm Andrea, and we're your hosts.
Welcome back.
Thank you. I see you have a really cute little box in your lap.
Oh my goodness.
What's in it?
I do. Look at this.
Oh, I love it. I love the colors.
Isn't this great? This was formerly the blue box, and now it's yellow. And
It's
look at
so
that.
out. I know the cassette tape. That's so out of our generation.
It really is.
Yeah.
So this is the Promotions East box, and it arrived this week, and we're going to share what's in it and tell people a little bit about Promotions East, which is taking place September 24th to the 26th at Harrah's in Atlantic City, New
Register
Jersey.
now.
Yes, register now. PromotionsEast.com. So go do that if you have not. And this box is full of goodies. One we've already
I
pulled
can't
out.
wait.
So this is like totally, this brought me back.
Oh,
Look at this.
oh, I love it. I love a
Isn't
good
that so
trucker
cute?
hat. Yep, that's super cute.
Super cute. And this,
Look at the colors.
look at this. This
awesome.
is,
And a fanny
look at that,
pack.
Gear for Good. This is actually called what's it called? It has a name. The Hip Pack.
Oh, hip. Ooh.
Yeah. So I don't
Fancier.
know. Yeah.
Fancier than a fanny.
Yes, I guess so. And look at the colors on
That's
this.
what I love the
And
most.
it's huge. It has so much space in it.
Yeah, the colors
I
get
love
me.
that. Yes.
Very nice.
So nice. So that is, let's see, we have all sorts of things that were in here. So I don't know who this is from Headwear USA, the hats.
Mhm.
Box Up did the box for them.
Nice.
I Click Promo did the dance button, which we're going to share in just a minute.
Uh-oh.
That is
I didn't
so
practice my moves
so
today.
much fun. And what else do we have in here? And then Sanmar did the hip pack. So all sorts of great stuff from some great suppliers.
Great
and
box.
there's a QR code in here with instructions for us so we can post things to social.
All right.
But before we do that,
Uh-oh.
we got to partake in their dance off challenge.
Ooh. Oh.
You love to dance.
I can shoulder dance really well, but if I have to get the whole body in, it's a little bit.
Well, that's okay because if we try to stand up right now, these cords and
True.
things, I mean,
True.
we'll be
We'll
like
fall.
knocking over cameras and microphones. So we're
Okay,
not going to. I'm going to
what's
turn this up
first?
on high.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
30-second dance party.
Oh, yeah. Let's get it. Does it have multiple? Oh, this one, yeah. Totally. Yeah. See your hair down today. It's
And then but I have lip gloss on. And then this
yeah.
next one's my favorite.
Okay,
You ready?
Yep. Oh yeah, I like this one too. Put you in the mood. We're good shoulder dancers, Lori.
Yeah. All right.
This is such a cute
Isn't that a
addition.
cute idea?
Yeah.
I love this.
Now we're not going to be able to
Nope,
get it
nope.
off.
That. No, I thought that was so much fun.
Super cute.
So that was my I Got Promo for this week. Just it's a mess. I'm a mess. It was a full moon this week.
Somebody said that to me yesterday, and I'm like, okay, is that why I'm not sleeping, or like things just feel weird? I never pay attention to it, but I'm just going to blame it on the moon.
Yeah, I always love things.
Yeah.
To blame things on things.
So should we get started, or do you have any other fun little tidbits?
No, I
Okay.
think that's all I have.
Okay.
I think.
So we can move on to Kirby's Monday Minute.
Yes.
Give yourself space and and take away distractions. He talks about distraction being the devil of productivity.
I agree.
It's very true. I was trying to think, is there a space that I'm ever in that I don't feel distracted? And I don't. And I felt like I totally know it's my car, because my kids will even tell me I actually get in my car. And yes, I mean, I should be paying attention to drivers, but I don't even put the radio on sometimes. Like I literally sit in my thoughts. Do you ever think of it like, where's your space? Do you actually purposely make a space when you don't want to be distracted, or do you find yourself in a space that works for you?
No, I don't know. I'm easily distracted too.
Yeah.
It's the social aspect of my being. I think that just I'm attracted to distraction.
Yes.
I think so.
Same.
But I agree that it is important to kind of carve out that space.
Yeah.
And I find like if I come into the office and no one else is here and I have a couple of hours,
Right.
or the first
Well,
thing in
because
the
there's
morning,
no one for you to talk to.
Yeah. Yes. And at home now too, it's
Right.
pretty much an empty nest.
Yeah.
Not completely. So in the morning early is usually my best time.
Yeah.
But I agree with that.
Yes.
All right. And then this week we had some exciting news.
We do.
Let's talk products.
Well, they got to meet Allie last week
Yes.
on our show, and it just came out.
We just dropped it. It's our pilot episode. So we are tweaking a few things as we go, but it's a sneak peek at a new series that we will be running in 2025. So we have a couple of pilots that will be coming out once a month from now through the end of the year. And then we'll kind of ramp things up in 2025. So
it's taking off already.
it really is. It's had a great first week out there. So if you haven't seen it, you can go over to PromoJournal.com and click on Let's Talk Product. I love this series because each week Allie will focus on a supplier and 5 of their product picks. So they will send 5 products in and she talks about each one, kind of shares some of the features of the products. And then she has her LTP pick of the week. So she picks her favorite product and shares which one is her favorite. Best part about this, there are 5 videos, one for each product, that are client safe.
Yes.
So distributors can share the video.
That's awesome.
And I just love it.
I know, me too. Me too.
So go check it out. And if you're a supplier who's interested, you can reach out to us and we can hook you up. And then what else do we have this
Picks
week?
of the week.
Always
Say thank you. You're good about saying thank yous. And Tim Hill had a really, his idea, I would have never thought about this, but he picked a Fender Squier Mustang electric guitar from Brando Guitar Company, and it's custom full color wrap. And he's like, nothing like saying thank you. It's a fun prop for somebody to have in their office, And I'm like, oh my God, I would have never thought about that.
I can't even imagine you with an electric guitar in your hands. You would talk about distractions.
I can do a good air guitar.
Yeah, imagine what you could do with a real electric guitar.
Exactly. And then Rich Graham did a tapered star by Crystal D, and it's made from optical crystal and it's freestanding.
Look how thick it is.
Yes, it's very thick and it's so sleek and it's so simple. And you know what? That is perfect for sitting on a desk or a shelf. It wouldn't take up a lot of space, but it makes the point. And I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah.
Very sharp.
And then Katie Kaler did, this is my favorite.
Of course.
I know, right. The Sweet Retreat Kit by Batch and Bodega. And she said she even did this for her bridesmaids.
What a great
Isn't
idea.
that a great idea? Instead of trying to put it all together, she just, it's all together. So the blanket, lip balm, wine glass, there's little treats in there. Yeah. So that was a really, really cute idea. I would love that.
Super cute idea.
And she said there's no minimums on that either.
Really?
Yeah.
I love a good no minimum.
Me too.
That's impressive. Those were some good picks.
They were.
So many ways to say thank you.
Yes.
All right. And then promo or day this week, the sponsor was Lincoln Line. And I love these.
Me too.
Because this kind of ties in with the distractibility thing
Exactly.
too. So they had the Popper notebook.
Yep.
Not only did I love the look of it with all of the little popping things on the cover, but I mean, imagine.
I would be popping away.
I wouldn't open it up to take any notes because I'd be popping. And then on that same line, they had the bracelet popper keychain.
Yes.
So
Those are really popular. The popular poppers.
pop, pop, pop.
Well, I thought the little Moscow Mule shot glasses were adorable. I mean, I want them just to have, like, even if I would never even use them, they're so cute.
I never used these. But
I know.
and they had oyster knives, and
Yep.
so great products over there from Lincoln Line. And you can go over to PromoJournal.com, click on Promo or Day, and you can watch all 5 videos that Brandon Petrovich put together.
Yep. Building you.
Best ways to make a to-do
This
list.
was totally me because, like, you
my
are the same. I'm all about lists.
Oh my God, I have paper everywhere, and
Yes.
I still love my paper lists.
Me too. I love crossing it. I'll even take to the store, not even use my phone. And I love still just crossing things off my list at the grocery store.
I try to do the notes on my phone.
Yeah, it doesn't work the same.
Does not work the same
No.
at all. So I'm with you. So Kat talked about, she did say that people that make lists, complete tasks, or reach their goals 40%
Yes.
faster.
I couldn't believe that. That's amazing.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And she had 7 different things that she went through that you have to kind of like steps for
Yes.
creating lists. And the first one was the brain dump.
Yes,
which I
I do that
love with the
too. And then
brain
they
dump.
separate everything out because I
Yeah.
just need to get organized and just
Yes.
throw it all out there.
So you can tune in and watch the 7 steps. The last one I love, Celebrate the Wins.
Yeah, I wrote that down
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Yes.
So check out Building You with Kat Hinckley. And Cliff Quicksell was back with another article this month in Cliff Notes, and it was titled, Is Micromanagement Running Your Business?
It was a good article.
It was an excellent article.
Mhm.
I love this because I always worry, as somebody who leads a group, you try so hard not to micromanage.
Mhm.
And I think, having been a mother,
It's hard, right?
I tried not to micromanage my kids either, but sometimes you feel like you have to. So I'm really conscious of that. And when
Mhm.
I catch myself feeling like I'm micromanaging, I try to like take a step back. But he had some great just points in this. He started off by talking about the toxic signs and how to root them out. And he talked about, all of the negative things that come from it. And it lowers morale amongst your group. It stifles people's creativity. It damages your long-term success. And he, listed ways to, to notice it and to fix it.
Yeah.
Or to
And his
avoid.
last line, trust your team.
Yes, it's as simple as that.
Mhm.
Yeah. If you've got a strong team that you trust, the rest takes care of itself.
Yep.
So I found that very informative,
Yes.
and helpful, and great reminders. So good article, Cliff.
Yes, it was.
And Branding Matters. Jolie Goodson is back with all new episodes.
She is.
She was on
is.
her summer hiatus.
And she sounded all excited to be back.
Yes. Well, wouldn't you be? I'm
Yes.
just taking a little.
I don't know. Actually, I'm just kidding. I wouldn't want summer to end.
So she is refreshed and she has all new guests.
Yes.
And she talked with Brett Mars, who was
Yep.
one of the co-founders of BAMCO.
And I love the title, How BAMCO Became the Biggest Company You've Never Heard
Heard
of.
of.
And she's right. I hadn't heard of him. And I actually looked him up, after I listened to her podcast. Very impressive.
Very impressive. And they're actually also celebrating 25 years in business
Wow.
this year. So the co-founders were college friends,
Yes.
and they were selling t-shirts to fraternities and sororities. I love the story. I love how they got started, and they're still working together all these years later. So it's a great story. They have built their company into a $600 million enterprise.
Crazy.
So very, very impressive. And she asked about his family and around, conversations around
yeah.
the dinner table, because both of his parents were
And his
entrepreneurs,
brother.
and his brother.
Yes.
So a family of entrepreneurs.
Talk
and-
about stimulating conversation around the table.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I loved it. Great
Mhm.
conversation. So you can tune in and listen to her whole conversation with Brett Mars, and you will be impressed. DMJ. This was another brand new rock star, I believe.
Yes.
I did not know Neil Amy's name.
Yep.
CEO and founder of
Radio
Bite.
Bite. And I actually had to look, I have to admit, I'm not a computer person. And so anyway, his company deals with data collection, but he kept using the term scraping. I had no idea what that was, so I had to look it up. So the process of extracting data from the websites or other programs, I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah.
But thank you for introducing me to that.
Well, and
I had no idea. I'm like, oh my God, like,
well, and he talked too, like about, protecting your
Yes.
data,
Mhm.
because he said always go in and make sure you have those privacy settings on and stuff, because certain things can be scraped if
I didn't even know that existed. Okay. And that's what it was
something
called. So
something
now I
else
know.
to scare you.
Now I know. Nobody scraped my stuff. Stop scraping me. So there you have it.
Oh, I can only imagine what they would scrape up on you.
Oh my gosh. And then we had a great article, The Takeaway by Joel Schaefer. I wasn't sure based on the title what it was going to be about. Did you?
No, I did not. And it definitely grabbed my attention. And I'm
did.
sure, and I was a little nervous at first. I'm like,
Has
oh,
Donald Trump changed the paradigm is what it was titled, and about selling to political candidates. And then when I read his article, I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes total sense.
it was a fantastic article.
Yeah.
I was really impressed
Because you
by it.
picture things like, for any sort of political campaign, you're just getting everything for free, and how it's kind of switched around. People now want to buy this stuff.
Well, and that's what he was saying. He said, regardless of,
it
where
is.
you stand
Yeah.
on Trump or any of the other candidates, if you look at what they're doing from a marketing perspective,
Mhm.
that it's pure genius.
And start reaching out to them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, he has people buying all of
Mhm.
these products, which is in turn helping to fund
The
the campaign. So it was very interesting. And he went on to talk about if you do choose to sell to a political candidate, things to consider, which was very interesting. He talked about inventory, like who should own the inventory,
Mhm.
because when that campaign's over, if things
That's
haven't sold,
right.
and taxes and things that need to be collected. So it's very informative. So if you've ever thought about selling to a political campaign or candidate, you're definitely going to want to read it, whether you support the guy he's talking about or not. There's a lot of
Still good
great
information.
information in there to take away. And then, how far did the apple fall?
What are you most grateful for when it comes to work? And of course, my very initial thought was people. And then as I read everyone else's answers, most everyone thought the same thing, because
People,
that's what does
relationships,
matter. Yeah.
friendships. And that actually came up last night. A bunch of us from Promo Corner went up into Boston and had dinner with PPAI. They hosted a beautiful dinner for some of the members, and we were chatting, and there was a brand new person, I think 2 days in the industry, and he asked the table, what's the number one thing as somebody who's new to this industry,
Mhm.
the number one thing you would recommend? And everybody, hands down, talked about building relationships and making those connections, because
Mhm.
that's what really drives things. So
True.
it is true.
It's true. And then we had a designer patch by our very own Jessica Onions. And once again, I say this every time I have a article. I love her visuals.
Yes.
And the way she describes everything is so good. But I loved this segment. Go ahead.
I did too. I love this topic.
Yeah.
Because it looked back, it goes in line with our 25th year celebration. So she looked at marketing in 1999 and marketing today and how it's changed from then to now. And we lived through it, but it
Yep.
was still mind blowing.
And it is funny how she mentions the dial-up and still hearing the
That
noise. My very first job out of college, traveling with my laptop, having the dial up everywhere I went, and half the time it wouldn't work. Our poor IT guy was probably working 24 hours a day trying to make sure everybody could stay connected. But I as well, Jess, still hear that noise.
In your head?
Yes, very like yesterday.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
it's amazing. All right. And then she talked about social media too, and how it really Facebook didn't come on the scene until 2004.
I know.
So that was mind blowing. So
good job, Jess.
Yep. I loved it. Very good. And I think
that's it.
Wrapped it up for our week.
It did. It was a busy week.
It was a busy week with a full moon and all sorts of other crazy stuff in there. But it was fun. And we're already, 2/3 of the way? Where are we?
I don't know. Somebody said to me the other day about Christmas. I'm like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to think about that yet.
No. We're still in September.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not ready to think about Christmas
No.
yet.
Halloween's next.
Yes.
We have to think about our costumes.
Oh, that's right.
So,
Okay.
all right. But that does it for this week. If you have not registered for Promotions East, go on over to promotionseast.com and get yourselves registered. It's going to be a great time. It is the last time it will be at Harrah's in Atlantic City. So,
Ooh,
yeah, who knows? Maybe they'll announce
that will be exciting.
the next location. I don't know. Time will tell. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week, and we will see you back here next week. Bye.